probably batted his eyes at me at the party, and that's why I'm in his basement. Now look at that, look at that curve, those hands, that form. Doctor, I hope this doesn't awake something in me. Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. I am Espoir David, and today I want to play some more Pygmalion's Folly. If you would like to see part 1, there should be a link in the description, or possibly above my head. Maybe. Sometimes I forget to do that in the future. Oh! I kept looking at that tip. Try moving the items. Oh, are these... Oh, okay. Oh, the Halloween party. Oh. My sister. What's this? What's this? What's this black thing? What's this black thing? What's going on here? Oh, I can move that. Oh. I was about to start, explaining the, so, in this game, you are a police detective who is looking for their missing sister. And, there's this dude going around called the Smiling Doctor who, yeah, we find out that he killed your sister. He did it. He 100% did it. He's super pretty, but he killed my sister. My pretty, pretty sister. What's this ribbon? What's these photos? Editor me in the future. Enhance. Brightness and enhance. Brightness, enhance.
Enhance. Contrast. Tint. Bright. Sleep mode. Vertical hold.
Is there any shenanigans going on in those dark pictures? Alright, let's get down to business. I am Detective Espoir David, female, she, height 6 feet, build, fit, ha! Ha ha! And here he is now, our very beautiful captor, Florentin. Unfortunately for him, I am armed with a walkthrough this time. In the last video, I bumbled through and got myself killed a few times, but I also managed to escape in the end, fully escape. Stole his car and everything. But now I'm going to try to use the walkthrough to get every other ending, and really mess up this guy's life. That's what you get for stealing my sister. Okay, so this ending is called You Let Your Rage Consume You, and I'm surprised I didn't get this ending sooner. Because I was pretty angry to find out that he killed my sweet little sister. So, struggle! You struggle against your restraints. If there's any hope of getting out of here, you need to free yourself of these binds. He's got them down to a science. You don't budge at all. You grit your teeth and slam your head back on the mattress in frustration. It's worthless. Struggle some more. Fluff. You don't know why you keep trying. Because you're Espoir David and you stubbornly don't give up. You shut your eyes, tears stinging at the edges, endlessly frustrated by this insurmountable situation. You don't know when it happened, but you fall into a dreamless sleep. I now know that says hand. The walkthrough says don't say anything. He's about to cut off my hand and put it on Antoine's. You don't know what to do. You can feel the fight draining out of you. You're frozen with fear. He pulls up a stool and a bucket and situates himself next to your hand. If I remember correctly, the last time we got to this point, I started freaking out and he had to sedate me. Are you just gonna cut off my hand and not even sedate me? Sedate me, you jerk! Like with Antoine, he measures the dimensions. Your hand twitches and balls into a fist in protest, but he opens it up and lays it down flat on the bed. No. It'll hurt more if you struggle. He adds half an inch more to his measurements, as your hand seems to be bigger than Antoine's. Your sister's? He's got my sister's arm? He's got her little hand? She's got her tattoo on his arm? Alright. He marks the spot with a Sharpie. And also, in one of the last endings, he just magics off my hand without a bone saw. Why don't you do that now, you jerk? He brings his hacksaw up, situating it below your pulse, and starts hacking. Ah! My arm meat! Each slice is worse than the last. Its serrated blade agitates nerve endings you never thought you had. I'm our meat! You scream until your voice turns hoarse. You can't think. You only react to the impossibly overpowering pain. When he gets past the meat, he reaches the bone. It feels like your brain is reverberating in your skull from anguish, threatening to smash through its confines. Even death would be better than this. Why? Why are you not giving me any kind of sedation? You're just gonna go stampeding for the bone saw? How rude, Doc. I would expect better. Finally, he rips through the skin on the other side like tissue paper and tugs your hand free. He plucks his prize from the bed, your bloody hand, perfectly sliced along his measurements. Well, you know what? Now Antoine has to deal with my eczema. Yeah, you're gonna have to buy expensive lotions and get a prescription for expensive prescription ointments now. So deal with that. You can barely see it in your delirium, but he holds it up to the light and smiles proudly. Perfect. A clean cut. He gets up. Oh, I am so angry. You don't know where he went. You're too busy greedily sucking in air, your chest rising and falling in desperation. Sweat beads at your forehead and trickles down your face. You feel uncomfortably cold. He sits back down and returns to work, hacking off some more meat and bone to shape your stump. Ah! It's worse than the second pass. Your flesh is so much more tender. Why? You got stuff to sedate me? Why don't you put me asleep? I'm probably wriggling and raggling. Ugh! Come on, doctor, I thought you were a professional. You toss your head side to side, sobbing. He inserts a metal tube inside the meat. Leading the other end into a bucket and covers your stump with bandages. Okay. You're in so much pain, your teeth are chattering, your arm can't stop shaking. I'm gonna throw up on you. You throw your head to the edge of the bed, pale with sickness. He notices. Gustav! Before Gustav can keep up, you throw up on his floor. Take that, finished basement. It splatters on the tarp first, but the chunks fly off in different directions. No, aim it towards the germophobic doctor. Your stomach's been empty since last night, so a torrent of pure liquid follows afterwards. That's why you should have sedated me, Doc. That's why you should have put me to sleep. Now Gustav has to clean up the throw-up. The lingering taste is acidic in your mouth. The doctor looks at the stain in horror. Gustav, clean it up. Where's Antoine to make fun of him? Perhaps I shouldn't have been so stingy with the painkillers, considering I need to keep you alive. You cough. You glare at his blurry outline. You think? One moment. The doctor leaves the basement. Gustav stays behind to clean up the vomit. You're too weak to even struggle. Your head sways side to side, with more bile rising up to your throat. You've never been in this much misery and agony in your life. You feel a swirling pool of hatred deep in your guts, aimed at the doctor, and more broadly, God himself. Nothing all-loving would let any of the events transpiring happen. Eventually, the doctor comes back with a tray of food and sits beside you. I just emptied my guts, dude. Unless that's like ginger ale and chicken noodle soup, I don't want it. It looks like hospital food. 2 pieces of bread and jam, mashed potatoes, and 5 sticks of roasted asparagus. Or actually, maybe that is pretty good for your stomach. He has a cup of orange juice, too. Your stomach's been grumbling since yesterday, though you don't even know if you can eat. Walk through? What am I supposed to do here? I'm pretty sure I refuse. I refuse. The doctor didn't like that. Oh, well, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm just the person who just got their arm cut off. For as much as I like this character, I really dislike this guy. He is such a butt. But he's such a pretty butt. He looks at you, coldly. You will perish faster if you don't eat. But suit yourself. I doubt you'll keep it down if I force-feed you. He makes Gustav bring the tray up to the second floor and hooks you up to the IV. At the edge of your vision, you notice he leads Antoine to a corner desk to stitch his new hand into place. Enjoy your eczema, Antoine. He snips off the old stitches and replaces the broken hand with yours. He covers it up with bandages and finishes it up with a tight knot. You're fluffing horrified just witnessing this. It's your hand, sewn on top of your sister's. There we go. Right as rain. My mentalness is in the negatives. Antoine tests his new hand, wiggling the fingers and forming a fist. Yeah, enjoy all the itching and the scratching. It looks natural, the way the muscles move and fingers bend. You're a little too big around the wrist area, but he's done a clean enough job attaching it that the shape looks natural. You and Emily, together forever, on this demented ghoul's forearm. What a fluffed-up concept. The doctor gets up with Antoine and turns to leave. Good night, my darling. Well, the doctor's patience for me is a lot higher than it was last time. He turns the light off. He can't keep getting away with this. He can't keep getting away with this.
You can't keep getting away with it!
You wriggle your body around, thrashing and gnashing your teeth. You're beyond reason. You can't fluffing take this anymore. Ah! You slam the top of your head against the metal headboard. Ooh, well, I guess maybe we know how this ending's gonna end. Thud. The sound reverberates through the entire basement. Ugh. Blood trickles down the side of your head. Oh yeah. You've cracked your skull. Ow. The doctor scrambles down the stairs. Stop this at once! No! One last slam, and everything goes dark. Yeah, forget you! Rage consumed you. Ah! Okay. How about this time, instead of refusing the food after I blow chunks all over his nice pristine basement carpet, what if I do take the drink? Give me that orange juice, sir. You shake your head. You feel like you'll just throw up if you eat. He pets your head. I understand. He places 2 painkillers on your tongue, and you drink it down with the orange juice. The sugar seems too scratchy on your throat right then, but the rush it gives you is almost euphoric next to the torment you went through. I'll have Gustav give you painkillers in the night. You did well with the surgery. Good job. I was flailing and whining, but, I guess. He gathers up all the dishes on the tray and gets up. You feel like you're ready for sleep after the day you've had. He makes Gustav bring the tray up to the second floor and hooks you up to the IV. You slam the top of your head against the metal headboard. Bam! The sound reverberates through the entire basement. He'll stop you, you're sure of it. You have to make this quick. You shut your eyes and focus. You wriggle your head back, ready to slam it again, but he catches it in his palm. When did he get here? Oh no. You're suffering, aren't you, my poor dear? You think? I got no hand. You hyperventilate, spittle flying from your mouth. He receives your rage with nothing but grace and compassion. Ooh, stop being so pretty. I understand. Perhaps it was much too cruel of me to keep you around while you're in such a state of pain. He hugs you close, wrapping his arms around you. Stop pretending that you like me. I'll take all your rage and grief, Let it out. Let it out. You want to get angry and hurt him, but the fight melts out of you as he cradles you in his gentle embrace. You're touch-starved and lonely. You break down crying as he rubs your back and soothes you. He pulls away and rummages through his desk. You can't see what he's holding until he brings it up. A long metal instrument with a sharp end. Oh no! He sterilizes it with alcohol. You don't have to make it worse for yourself. I can fix this. What do you intend to do with that? Well, if an insane doctor has a long, shiny stick, I think I know where it's going. Gustav undoes your straps and holds you in place. You're in too much pain to run or rage against your captors. Oh no! I don't like stuff messing with my eyes. Or does it go up your nose? The doctor situates himself behind you, tilting your head up to the lights. He directs the sharp end of the fine instrument right in front of your eye. I don't like stuff messing with my eyes. Your eye contracts, focusing on the doctor's blurry face one moment, then that perfect sterile needlepoint, the kindness of steel. Don't worry, my dear. You won't have to concern yourself with questions like that anymore. He was right. Days pass. The doctor rips you open and performs a number of terrible medical procedures on you over the course of the next few days. Oh, gee, thanks. You're contorted irreparably into a shape you no longer recognize and experience flavors of pain you've never felt before, raw and merciless, down to the deepest root of your nerve endings. You are an animal, a lab rat. No, lower than that. You're meat. You reach the end of your use for him, and he informs you very softly that he'll be putting you to sleep soon. You're not scared. You don't worry about petty things like that anymore. You died. No worries. No more pain. Blissful ignorance of my demise. Alright, this ending is called The Secrets of Flesh Manipulation. Are you giving my hand to him? Yes. Some police officer pushed him down the stairs, and now many parts of his body have been out of sorts for quite a while. Isn't it terrible? Luckily, the offender was kind enough to donate a good amount of his own anatomy for the repairs. He pulls up a stool and a bucket and situates himself next to your hand. Alright, so after I lose my poor little hand, what if I do let him feed me? In spite of your feelings, you know you'll need your strength. He undoes some straps around your torso and elevates your bed so that you're at an angle. If you were stronger, you could probably hurt him and try to escape, but right now, you just want something to deliver you from the pain. Give me all the painkillers, Doc. The doctor delicately feeds you the items on the plate one by one, being careful to wipe off the stains dripping from your mouth with a napkin. If you shut your eyes, you can just get lost in the taste and texture. The savory gravy of the mashed potatoes, the crunchiness of the asparagus, the unexpected sweet kiss of strawberry jam. He strokes your hair almost affectionately. Listen, Doc, you've been calling me dear and darling all this time. What are we? In your despair, you lean into the comfort, even if it's from a man as crooked as him. There, my darling. It'll make the painkillers go down easier. To be honest, your stomach gurgles in protest with each bite, but at least it's helping your head feel less cottony. He places 2 painkillers on your tongue, and you drink it down with the orange juice. The sugar seems too scratchy on your throat right then, but the rush it gives you is euphoric after the torment you went through. Good. You did such a wonderful job. I'll have Gustav change your bandages and give you painkillers in the night. You're on your way to a speedy recovery. He gathers up all the empty dishes on the tray. He straps you to the bed again, perfectly snug, and gets up. You feel like you're ready for sleep after the day you've had. Well, we wake up the next morning with his pretty face in your face. How are you feeling? I'm fine, I guess. He smiles, looking mildly amused that you replied through gritted teeth. Ever the trooper, aren't you? You're quite the sturdy specimen. You don't seem to be in critical condition, so let's proceed, shall we? Okay, so as we're kind of chatting, just having a little heart-to-heart, you cut off my arm, you're being very sweet to me, and, what if I just make a break for it? It's now or never. You remembered your self-defense training. You slip out of Gustav's arms. Before he can grab you, you circle the table, playing a little game of cat and mouse with the big dolt. You escape Gustav and sprint towards the doctor at full speed. Wait, hold on, I gotta consult the walkthrough. Alright, so the walkthrough says that somebody's head is getting slammed on the cabinet. Cabinet. He tries to evade, but you dash across the room and slam the top of your head into his chest, knocking him against the right side wall, below his tool rack. Ooh! The doctor covers his face with his arms by instinct. He's weak and small like this, and his gritted teeth suggest he's fearing for his life. Oh no, cutie pie, are you scared? I could probably take him, though. Wait, did I get him? Like, I think I could take him. If it wasn't for his magic nonsense, I could rough him up, all 5'1" and 200 pounds of me. You grab a handful of his hair so you can smash his head against the wall. He looks up at you with a terrifying calm and circles your wrists with both hands. Oh no! His magic shenanigans! Immediately, your flesh starts to expand. The meat breaks out of the skin, ballooning more and more. This swelling climbs up your arm, like disgusting boils filled with watery pus laying on top of each other. Look at him. Look at him. Smug. It reaches your neck, then your head. Oh no, my eczema's gotten worse. You feel your cheeks swell, before popping outward like a puffer fish. Air floods your mouth. It expands up the roof, compressing everything above it. Your eyeballs get flattened. What have I told you about messing with my eyeballs, Doc? They spurt out of your sockets, all mushed up like jello. You feel them seeping down your cheeks. You can't see anything, because your eyes are now jello now. Your head continues to inflate like a hot air balloon, 5 times bigger than its normal shape. Well, you know what, Doc? You're gonna have to clean up all this. And once I pop, it's gonna get all over your nice suit, and then Gustav and Antoine are gonna have to clean it up. And your basement will stink for months. It reaches its limit, skin stretched too thin, skull breaking apart in shards, and explodes in a grotesque celebration of blood, flesh, and pus. You died. The secrets of flesh manipulation. Rude. Okay, so going back to all that's happened when the QuickTime event shows up, instead of knocking the doctor onto the tool cabinet, why don't I grab a tool? Grab a tool and use the doctor as a shield. Ha! He tries to evade, but you dash across the room and slam the top of your head onto his chest, knocking him against the right side wall below his tool rack. The doctor covers his face with his arms by instinct. He's weak and small like this, and his gritted teeth suggest he's fearing for his life. What if I cut off your hands, Buster? Oh, that's all you could grab? Okay. You acquire the 3-sided tool overhead with your teeth. Oh yeah, because I am still missing a hand. Maybe if you use him as a human shield, they won't risk attacking you. No, I still don't think that's gonna... I don't think that's gonna help. Hold on. He is so pretty. Oh my gosh. Ugh. He probably batted his eyes at me at the party, and that's why I'm in his basement. Now look at that. Look at that curve, those hands, that form. Doctor, I hope this doesn't awake something in me. He's so pretty. Dang it. You grab him by the hair and drag him up to his feet. He stumbles forward, attempting to grab you. You snatch his wrists with one hand and keep his hands locked behind him. You point the tool clenched in your teeth to his neck and start backtracking up the stairs. Yeah. Uh-oh. Gustav approaches you cautiously, like you're a wild animal ready to snap. Well, I am. I am quite upset. You poke the sharp end against the doctor's delicate throat, pressing into the skin. You know, I don't think I got enough force to, stab him with a screwdriver. Like, you couldn't... What's in there? There's not, a knife or a scalpel or something? A scalpel would be better. Wanna see how deep I can sink this into him? Before you get me, you big lug? Gustav, please listen. Don't come any closer. You climb the stairs backwards, each step slow, as to not provoke Gustav into hostility. The doctor swallows. You can feel his racing pulse when you're this close. He's just as mortal as you are, if not more so. What will you do to me now, my dear? Hey, don't give me a reason to stay, Doc. I'm trying to get out of here. Are you taking me to your police station? Well, the walkthrough says stab him, so that's what I'm gonna do. Sorry, buddy. Following the walkthrough. Stab. No, I intend to get back at you for my sister. You spear the tool into the pale stretch of his throat, penetrating into that rabid heartbeat, burying it about 2 inches deep. Ooh. His blood gushes out. You can feel him choke. Sorry, gorgeous. You release his wrists and slam the tool in deeper with your palm until it pierces through his Adam's apple. He grasps at the air fruitlessly. Wait, did we get him? Did we do it? Did we get him? Man, I've been playing Boyfriend to death and other games that are absolutely hopeless for so long. I don't fully expect to make it. He steps forward and falls down the stairs in soft clunks, limp and face down on the ground. Beautiful raven hair like a dark halo around his head. Blood streams out of the wound like a river. You did this. Uh-oh, the boys! Immediately, his dolls swarm you. No, you killed Papa. Now who's gonna make Antoine get off the Xbox? Stop worrying about the Xbox, Gustav. But you always hug the Xbox, Antoine. I do not. Do too. Better get used to that. I'm probably going to be doing that more. I find that hilarious. Immediately, his dolls swarm you. You better start running. They looked strong, but you severely underestimated how strong they truly were. They're well beyond the viciousness of average humans. They easily overpower you tenfold. Ugh. Gustav twists your legs from your knees, hearing that horrifying crunch before ripping it free from the joint. The pain is too strong to even react to process. You don't scream. They just come up and twist me like a Slim Jim. As they reach down to rip your head from your neck, the doctor's hold on them finally dissipates, and both dolls collapse to the ground, empty of all will. What? 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 I forgot to check what this ending was called. For the first time, you are completely and utterly alone. The hollowness of the house expands on all sides endlessly. You're badly injured. You can't even walk now with both of your legs gone. Oh. You crawl up the stairs. Even just your cracked ribs pressing against the hard wood are making you cough up and hack out blood in pathetic, thick, dark red clumps of spittle. Am I going to die? Just a little more. You reach the top of the stairs. And then there's like a third one there. You can't go any further. Ah! You died. Close, but no cigar. Shoot! Dang it! I was like that close. Ugh! Alright, I don't know what part of the walkthrough is, but what if I keep going? What if I don't stab him just yet? You learn you have protection against the dolls if you threaten to kill their master. Good. You nod. Yeah, I'll be bringing you to the station, all right. You circle Antoine at the doorway, keeping the tool to the doctor's neck. Wait, are we gonna do it? Are we actually gonna do it? You know this is a fruitless endeavor. How are you going to transport us? Do you intend to sit me on your lap? How romantic and utterly unsafe. You will drive us off a cliff with your antics. No, I need something to tie you up with. This is definitely going to awaken something in me. Well, since saying yes, let's go seems like the absolute worst choice, let's try that. You pin him to you, an arm slung around his chest. You grab a set of keys from the living room and kick open the front door. I really don't think I have the mouth strength to hold a screwdriver to his neck like that. Christ, you really are deep in the mountains, in a cabin cut off from society. It's eerily quiet for miles, serene in a haunting way. Nobody would have come to your rescue, even if you screamed your voice hoarse. You get in the car with him. Both dolls watch you from the doorway, so you keep the doctor in your lap. You are crazy. The mountain path is narrow. You cannot drive one-handed. You don't know how you're going to do this. Very carefully. As you try to figure it out, you loosen your grip on his arms by accident, and he slips out of the car. Gustave! Antoine! Oh, shoot! Both dolls race towards the car like bees. Oh, no! Oh, Lord, they coming! Meld! Meld! You need to go! You turn your key several times. The start of the engine is agonizingly slow. Eventually, the dolls catch up to you, wrenching you from the driver's seat by the scruff with frightening strength. The doctor straightens himself up. Back to the lab. Quickly! He storms back into the house, plucking the leaves out of his hair. Insolent little brat. Yeah, well, that's what you get. After the whole miserable escapade, the doll straps you to the operating table. You're right back where you started. You stay there, in the chill darkness for a few hours, sitting with nothing but your thoughts. There's a heaviness in the air originating from the mutual understanding that, with this egregious transgression, there will come an equally harsh punishment. Tee-hee-hee-hee-hee. You mad, Doc? Why you mad, though? You're simply waiting for the axe to drop. I would be a terrible hostage. I'd just be making jokes the whole time. The doctor returns to the basement, having freshened up after your antics. He's wearing his dark lab suit and face mask. Despite the mirth of the logo, there's only hostility in his eyes. It was a mistake to keep you in such a big piece for so long. I know how victims think. They get it in their little heads that they can escape. Perhaps you'll finally accept your situation once all hope is snuffed from your eyes. Hey, what you gonna do with that, Doc? He picks up his hacksaw. This will hurt. Oh, shoot. His tolerance of me went from 90 to -10. Oh, no. I think he's mad. I think he's a bit upset. Problem, Doc? Okay, I should stop. This ending's gonna hurt, isn't it? I don't even know what this ending is. He brings it over your left knee. You tremble from head to toe. You remember how excruciating it was last time, still all so horribly fresh in your mind, already too real before it begins. You can't help but flinch every time he brings it close. Recent memory overlaps with present in searing, blood-drowning symphony. My leggy poo, my gam-gams! He saws off both your lower legs and your remaining hand. It goes on for hours. I thought you were going to take away all my hope, Doc. I still got my teeth. I'll get you somehow. I'll bite your ankles, I will. Did you think this could stop me? It probably can, though. It probably will, though. You almost black out from the pain. You aren't given that mercy. You think you went into shock. You certainly vomited and peed yourself. But the doctor continued to carry forward with his mission, allowing no interruption, spite guiding his cruel ministrations. He's forgone all hygiene and procedure, and simply let the scraps scatter all over the tarp below, covering it in meat chunks and bone shards, and blood. So much blood. Aw, I think he's upset. When he finishes, he wraps all your new stumps in tight bandages. It has a finality to it. What the fluff? What the fluff? You'll never escape this wretched place, no matter how hard you try. You're ruined. Keep on surviving, being annoying. Somehow, I don't know what we're gonna do, but we're gonna keep messing up this guy's day. You try to power through the agony. Before you stopped being able to form coherent sentences, you told the doctor that you suspect you might have an infection. He puts you on antibiotics over the next week. In a few days, you make a speedy recovery. Okay. Wait, what? Why is he in casual gear? Why is he so cute? Gosh dang it, I'm trying to hate you. Stop being so cute. You know, I am starting to really enjoy your company. What? My sanity is -50. Your tolerance of me is -10. Why are we buddies? What is happening here? You're very adorable. You're small and weak, so I enjoy caring for you. You suppose that makes sense now that you've been reduced to nothing but stumps. I will angrily crawl across your floorboards and demand Doritos. You're a shadow of your former self. No, I've just become more annoying. You wouldn't recognize yourself in a mirror. You're too far gone to know if that's better or worse. It's just different. It will always be different. I would like to keep you, I think. What? But you hate me. I put leaves in your hair. It turns out he was quite serious about it. You adjust to your new life as his darling baby. Oh no! He has Gustave and Antoine feed you round the clock and change your diapers. I have to wear diapers. Florentin, his name apparently, is a moody and capricious captor. On one hand, he torments you constantly, degrading you and humiliating you because of your current state, mostly in jest, but always hurtful. Oh, he just keeps going on with the arm and leg jokes. Hey there, Espoir, do you need a hand? Some days he even hurts you physically with his magic, using you in his dangerous experiments, and not always able to reverse it. You have nothing but a horrifying distortion of your old face. You recognize the foundations of your features, but you look younger and more doll-like, almost unnatural. When he's feeling loving, he styles your hair. He grows it out because he thinks it's cute, and cuddles you on the couch as he listens to classical music in the living room. I've been reduced to a teddy bear! You learn about his favorites, Debussy, Bach, Chopin. Oh, okay, alright, so maybe he's not all that bad. He likes Chopin, alright, I can respect that. I love Chopin. I'm a big fan of Frédéric Chopin. You let the melodies transport you to places far, far away from here. It's the only way you can stay sane. Oftentimes, he falls asleep next to you before you reach the end of his vinyl records. Sometimes you think about killing him. I mean, I could smother him with my tiny body. But then you wonder, with what? You can't do anything. Not with that attitude. Truth be told, time has sanded away your fighting spirit. Your hope and despair have been dulled into nothing but a silent acceptance of your new, twisted reality as Florentin's treasured doll. You survived his beloved companion. Okay. That sure was an interesting ending. What if I give it up? What if I don't? What if I not do all that and just one-up him by dying? You've been in agony for days. You don't know if you can power through this pain. You think your wounds are infected. You're not sure because you can't see them. Your fever has spiked dramatically. Your vision has worsened too, reducing everything around you to a soft blur. The doctor attempted to check your cognition several times before he decided it was a bust. You're incoherent, and your body is no longer useful to him. Because sick people can only make rotten meat. The next thing you know, he's injecting you with a fatal dose of morphine. Gee, thanks. Everything melts into a beautiful haze. Your eyes flutter shut one last time. You don't wake up. You died, succumbed to the fever. Well, okay. Alright, instead of completely dropping the ball and, not unlocking a fetish, I mean tying him up. No, I need something to tie you up with. Perhaps then you should look for it. Can I get a hint? Will you stab my throat if I don't give you one? He rolls his eyes. Don't you sass me. Oh, wait. A-hole. You start opening cabinets with your foot, awkwardly maneuvering him around. Yeah, he could probably very easily break out of this by this time. Antoine and Gustave watch you like hawks, standing 3 feet away, hands raised and ready to pounce as soon as you let your guard down. How are you going to tie me up with one hand? My darling, you haven't thought this through. Yeah. For all my bravado, I don't really think things through, Doc. You flush with embarrassment. At the very least, I guess you could, get to the point where you're safe and then ditch him, get the keys, get the car, and get out of here like the last ending, but I don't think I'm gonna make it through this one at all. When you spot some rope, you try to scoot down, and that's when the doctor makes his escape. Dang it. Immediately, his dolls swarm and overpower you. You'd be outmatched even if you still had both of your hands. Take her to the basement, now. No! After that whole miserable escapade, the doll straps you to the operating table. Well, shoot. The same thing happened. All right, fine. I'll just go back to the walkthrough then. So this ending is called The Killer Dies, The Hero Survives. Roll credits. I hope that is what happened. So does that mean we're going to kill Pretty Boy here? We're going to kill his pretty face? Why are you even doing this? You don't seem the murderous type. I'm not. If I could help it, I'd be making oil paintings in Florence, or studying the collisions of meteors. But I was born unlucky. Brittle bone disease. The magic inherent in my lineage has weakened my physical form, so it chips away at my bones every year. They said I was lucky I survived my birth. They doubt I'll still be able to walk around at 35. Aww. I'm 28. Some days, I can barely stand up. Oh, so that means I could definitely take him, but I'd feel bad about it.
Do you understand what it's like to deteriorate at such a rate when you should be in your prime?
He regards his hand, glaring at its wretched anatomy.
I don't intend to die in this flimsy cage, and I'll use everything at my disposal to keep it from happening.
Just as you feel like you've gotten a good grasp of his character, he throws yet another curveball. You wish you could just hate him. You wish he was just evil. That would make this so much easier. Yeah, 'cause I'm gonna have to kill your pretty face. Alright, so after the doc turns me into a skin spiral, finally he wraps up the experiment. You try to catch your breath. You're not hurt in the traditional sense, but you find yourself more and more out of breath with these experiments. Hey, why are you even trying to learn this anyway? What are you hoping to achieve? He scratches his cheek.
I believe if I can integrate the brain into another host as fast as possible, there might be a chance that the original can retain some of its sapience, similar to their original body.
So are you trying to move your brain into another body or something? He makes a face, furrowing his brows, as if he just perceived an error in his statement. You can't keep up with this conversation. You feel like you're going to pass out. He turns to you and cups your chin. Why is your tolerance of me at 100?
Too tired? Poor baby.
The doctor is becoming fond of you.
Here, let me cheer you up, since you've been so well behaved throughout all of this.
He slides onto your lap and wraps his arms around you. Oh dear, no. You look at him with wide eyes. You feel some lucidity snap back to you. Is this magic, or is this the magic of love?
You did such a good job today. Thank you for being such a good, sweet patient.
He nuzzles his nose against yours. You have to admit, even with the experiments, the gentleness of his touch gets to you. He often jumps between the line of mad doctor and enticing lover at such a breakneck speed, it's like he's playing jump rope. He kisses you, and your breath hitches. Even with your deformed lips, he does so with incredible delicacy and skill, leaving your attraction to him pouring out against your will, a blessing and a curse. You moan against his mouth, and he affectionately sucks on your lower lip, trailing kisses all over your jaw and neck. When he gets up, you're dizzy and breathless. Did we just make out? You can't believe you really did that with your sister's killer.
Let's get you something to eat.
He leaves the room and comes back with a bowl of minestrone soup, 2 pieces of toast, and a glass of water. Oh. You really need to start thinking of a way out of here. You can feel your clock running out. You're falling too deep in love with this guy. The walkthrough says, "Can you give me a shower instead?" I mean, what can I do? You shrug and show off your bindings. Oh yeah, I'm all tied up with ropes. He smiles almost fondly at your incorrigible antics. Like, oh, I'm all tied up, Doc. I can't scrub my little body. What am I gonna do? Oh no, this is definitely gonna awaken something in me.
How terrible. You take advantage of my generosity once again. Whatever shall I do with you?
Tee-hee-hee. Alright, better save, because I think there's some quick-time events coming up. You two enter the bathroom. You watch the door close behind him, following Gustav's disappearing silhouette. It's just you and Florentin. You can't tell if you feel safer or more in danger.
Enter the shower, darling. I'll attend to you in a second.
Now I know this ending ends with me killing him. But, oh dear, we're in the shower together. Florentin kneels down and starts searching the cupboard. I should probably read the walkthrough to see what I need to do next. Florentin kneels down and starts searching the cupboard. Says I gotta grab the scissors.
Now, where is my loofah? As he rifles through the cupboard, you notice a pair of scissors in the corner. Grab it. You grab the scissors on the sink with the edges of your fingertips. A risky maneuver, but worth it. He notices. Despite your limited reach, you snip off some of the rope before Florentin can get to his feet. His hand snaps forward, about to grab your face. Grab his wrists! Alright, so how I got the scissors, and I got no hand. Got the scissors in my hand, and then I got no hand. How do I grab his wrist and the scissors? Or maybe I'm just that good. You snatch his wrist before his hand makes contact with you. Or I could use my non-hand and just kind of like wrap it around his wrist like judo. Yeah, because I'm a what was it, a 6'2" fit cop lady, and I know CQC. Before he can retaliate with the other, you smack it away with your stump. The bandages block the direct skin contact he requires to pour out his magic. Oh, seeing that your reaction time is much faster than his. You yank his arm down and use the momentum to grab his other wrist, locking them both together. Oh dear. He's much, much smaller than you, so they fit into your larger hand perfectly. He twists his arms around, fingers writhing and trying to latch onto any patch of your skin, but he can't reach you. There's a panic in his eyes that you both understand. He's completely at your mercy. Oh no, we're in the bathroom alone together. What am I going to do with all this rope? He attempts to call his dolls, but you shove his wrists up, colliding his palm with his mouth and knocking it against his teeth. His screams are now trapped, muffled. As much as I would like to restrain him, I'm going to follow the walkthrough. Sorry, Buki. Kill him? This is your best and only opportunity. You've waited so long, lost so much, tolerated humiliation after humiliation, gained his trust, let him confuse you. Oh! You use all of your force and smash his head into the mirror. It shatters on impact. His skull cracks open from the back. The shards gore his head and body, slicing it open in different places and embedding in his skin. He dies, instantly. Well, at least it was quick. You're sure his dolls will look for him now, after that awful noise. You lock the door. They can probably just... Yeah.
I'm in danger!
Just as you predicted, Gustav pummels the door wildly, trying to get in. It sounds like a battering ram. Shards of wood are flung through the air as he brings down another kick. Ugh! You need to think. I need to save. Hold on. So the walkthrough says there's also a wrong way to do it, so I want to see what are the wrong ways. Scissors? You picked up the scissors. Exit the bathroom? Gustav finally manages to kick down the door. You try to fight him off with the scissors, snapping the blades at him like a crocodile brandishing its teeth. Gustav catches your attack with the palm of his hand. Ugh. You slice through the rotten skin, and it bleeds out black ichor, but his stride towards you doesn't stop. Yeah, I figured. He grabs you by the wrist and stabs the scissors blade into your own throat. You sputter out blood. You collapse on top of Florentin's gored corpse, lifeless. The dolls follow you soon after. You died. 4 corpses rotting. Whoops. Well, I intended to do that. I was stupid on purpose. Alright, another ending is, what if I let that good old timer just run out? Gustav finally manages to kick down the door. All at once, the 2 dolls block your exit and maul you. You have nothing to protect yourself with, so you're powerless. They rip you apart limb from limb, ruthlessly and without mercy, as expected. Gustav stomps on your head and smashes your skull in. I think he was a bit upset. Now who's gonna stop Antoine from hogging the Xbox? that ending was called Dogs Without a Leash. Alright, let's do this the correct way now. Follow the walkthrough like I said. You found a pipe. Exit the bathroom.
Gustav finally manages to kick down the door. Yeah, well, I got a pipe. The two of them jump you, enraged by the death of their master. Gustav attempts to rip off the skin of your face with his teeth, but you shove the metal pipe in his mouth and steer him away like an undisciplined dog. Antoine tries to flank you from the other side, and you shove him away with your stump. It's my hand! You stumble past their swings, but Gustav grabs your foot on the way out. No! Ah! You're pulled down, red lines streaking all over your tender skin from his sharp nails. Ugh! Antoine tries to jump on you while you're down, but you smack him away with your pipe, knocking him towards the sink. It smashes on impact. Huge chunks of porcelain fly all over the place. You cover your face and get debris flying against your skin. The pipe underneath bursts and gushes everywhere. Ooh, it's all slippery in here then. You kick Gustav off and crawl desperately out of the slippery bathroom, barely able to get any purchase from all the leaking water. You get up. You look behind you. Quiet. Did we get him? Both dolls are slumped on the ground, lifeless. You try to catch your breath. Is it really over? Did we do it? After cleaning up at the kitchen sink, you find some clothes that'll fit you in Florentin's bedroom. You suspect he has a whole wardrobe of clothes meant for potential dolls, so you find ones that will fit your body type. Oh, yeah. Aww. You linger a little too long in front of a framed picture of Florentin. He's sitting at the edge of Trevi Fountain in Rome, wearing a loose cardigan. Aww. It's bright out, and he has a look of serene warmth on his face, caressed by the light, a rosiness in his round cheeks. He fits in with the scenery, almost seems to be made out of carved white stone, but he's too soft for that. It gives him away. Something fleeting in front of something everlasting. Aww. Ooh. Who is the pretty woman? Next to that picture is another framed photo, older, of a woman with glamorous blonde hair. She's posing with a small boy that you immediately recognize as your doting doctor. That same little smile, gentle, maybe a bit cheeky. Happy, you think. He has his hair cut in a blunt bob that lands somewhere between silly and cute, and the sweater he's wearing nearly swallows him up. The more you look at the woman, the more you see the resemblance between them. The same eyes, the same skin, an elegant beauty mark. A family member? He did say he lost somebody really close to him too. Oh well, he's dead now. Maybe we'll get some more lore later. You take a couple of journals and videotapes from his basement and leave the mountain cabin using the car outside. You plan on reporting the incident back at the station. Hopefully, the forensics team can begin to shed light to questions you've been asking for a long time. You survived. The killer dies, the hero survives. Roll credits.